All right, welcome back to another breakdown. I haven't done these in a while. Things have just gone a bit busy, but um, you know, it helps me. So I mean, a bit selfish, but it's good when I can do these things. I'm doing the one for last week, which is November 6th, or the week of November 6th. The market has been very interesting. People may call it market manipulation or so on. We can see that the US dollar keeps going up, trying to figure out, when will it break? When will there be a retracement? Will it be a breakout so that start pushing back some more, and all of the other things happening in the world, trying to figure out, where the world is going. That being said, I'm still a very technical trader, so most, if not all, of my analysis is still very technical. Um, yeah, which is what this is gonna be again. So I'm using the replay tool this week because I think it will help you and me to kind of cement why take a certain trade. What's the rationale behind taking a certain trade? All right, so let's start playing it out. So right now, so this is the open. This is how the market opened, and I'm on the H4 time frame. If you haven't seen, this is how the market opened, with a nice bearish candle. But as I look at the market, I'm preparing to trade. We're looking for, what will the market do? So it created a higher high, higher low. Then this was a lower high. Um, right? This is a lower high, and this becomes a lower low. So what I was looking for was a lower high somewhere here, so I can take a sell opportunity and ride it all the way down. But of course, that never happened. So when the market broke through here, or when it started breaking through, because this candle, though it is higher than here, unless it forms a new candle above the area or above that break, what we would call that break, then I'm not considering it a true high, right? It didn't form a new candle, and a strong candle at that. Um, so it seemed to be consolidating at this high area. So I'm looking for a true break, which would be a new candle being formed somewhere above here, right? If that happens, I would look for a push up wherever that is, and then a pullback somewhere, and then I would ride it all the way to wherever it is. I don't generally take profits. Um, unless if I'm not watching the chart, then I'll set a take profit. If I am watching the chart, then I'll set it. I'll just read the market structure and take the trades as they come. So let me take this off. Uh, or put it back. So this would look like an inverted head and shoulders, right? Break of structure. Where is it? Break of structure. Higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low. If it broke here, it would create a higher high here. And then, of course, this becomes a higher low, a buy opportunity. And then you take it all the way up. Now, on the larger pattern, if you're looking, let's go on the daily just for a quick second. You would see that this looks like, right? Looks like um, an ascending triangle, right? So you look for something here to show that it is now ready, creating a higher, sorry, creating a higher low to do a breakout, pull back, and a continuation, right? So that's what we're looking for. A higher low right here, yeah, and then we'll take it, yeah. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. So here, that's how the market started. Seems like a bit of consolidation happening right here. So I'm just watching. Of course, um, this area right here is the supply zone that is formed. Or that I'm marking as my supply zone right here. Watching it very carefully to see how it reacts. You can see it's a strong area. Very strong area, wicked right here. So let's see how it reacts to the area. Still pushing up. So this is a bullish candle and indecision candle. Very small candle. Hmm. This. Okay. So this is a bearish engulfing, but if I take a trade here, it would be a counter trend trade, right? So if I'm gonna take counter trend trade, it has to be based on um, specific things. And if I'm doing counter trend trades, I generally do break and retest, generally, because it's kind of hard to. Well, it's not hard. Um, I think it's safer. So I could have taken a trade here, right? And I don't take trades on the H4, but if I should have, it would have been something like this, and I've ridden it down to here. That would have been the trade. But I'm not taking that because this would just be an arbitrary entry, not based on any real confluence. Right? This is just a bearish engulfing, and there's several bearish engulfing candles like this one. What would the reason be why I haven't taken this? So that again, it's a counter trend trade, so it would have to be very specific. I can't just willy nilly enter a move like that. All right, so this, okay, good strength. Let's see what happens. All right, so it pushes up. Okay. Hmm. Strong bullish candle. So if I had entered here, right, so what would have happened? I would have been kicked out in a strong bullish candle. But then, right at the top of this zone, there's a wick, which is very curious to me. Though this is a strong bullish candle, because there's a wick right at the end of the zone, I'm a little intrigued to see what will happen. Then this becomes a bearish candle, strong wick at the bottom. Hmm. And then it broke from there. All right. So if this is going to play out as a pattern, if it is going to play out as a pattern, let's see. It would need to 54. Uh, okay. It's going to be a pattern. It would need to break and retest, right? Break and retest, break and retest, which it did. It broke here, retests with a wick. This is on the H4. So let's go on the H1. If we go on the H1, we can see that this is a good bit of consolidation now. Because of how this is moving, if I'm going to take a counter trend here, it's not necessarily the cleanest way, right? So counter trend moves like this because I want to get a good analysis in or a good entry in. I'll jump down, and you can work your way down. I'll show you the M30. And what this is appearing to be, right, it's a sideways flag, or just, sorry, such a nice rectangle. My bad. Right? So you look for a break, retest, sell. Cool? Something along that line. Then we go down to the M15, looking a little cleaner. So to take an entry here, what are we looking for? We're looking for a reaction. Okay, you see it reacting right here on this right here. So if I should draw another zone, just for argument's sake, let's try different color. Because of what it is doing, all right, it created a higher high, higher low, lower high. I mean, this is actually a higher low, but because it didn't break below, Anyways, equal high, looking for something to about this area as well. You're looking for another reaction on the third one. You can depending on how you trade, you can take it. But again, I do more break and retest. So I would look for something like this, push down, retest, and then I'll consider it. Let's see. Let's play this out. Push up. Okay. 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 All right, guys. I'm noting something very carefully here. So if I should, it is very important. When you have a wick area this big, sometimes it's important to understand what the wick area is telling you. So though it created a higher high here, so you'd expect that the market is going to continue to go up because of this movement. There are a few things that we have to remember. One, we're in a major supply zone, right? Two, though it broke above, it didn't clear the wick area. So yes, we're still in this little mini zone here, but it didn't clear the wick area. It was still creating a lot of wicks at the top, and then this bearish engulfing candle for this indecision right here, or the spinning top, should be very specific. So of course, this is what we would consider, or we can consider, depending on how this play out, but I'm marking it out now. We can consider this to be a false breakout. Right? Yeah, a false breakout. Okay, sorry. So, right, something to be very mindful of, right? So you want to take a picture of that, that's up to you. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so the false breakout is actually confirmed. What did the market do? So this is the area that we are concerned with, right? Let me use, okay. So if we go back to the H1, which I'll do shortly after, sorry. Go back to the H4, there was a nice wick suggested that the market, which was this move, that the market wants to continue bearish because of the pin bar that was forming, the bearish pin bar. But some people call it hammer or inverted hammer or whatever. What I stick with pin bar. Because of this, um, I'm looking for again a break, a clean break. So this still has not broken. It's tested, and a retest, and then a sell. So let's see if it does that. This candle right here confirms that this consolidation area is broken and it is now ready to take a push down. So there are people who would actually take a trade at the close of this. Let's put a little bit inside and then write it all the way down. I don't trade that way. Again, I'm trading break and retest. Nice, nice confirmation. Nice, nice, nice. So this candle here, you'd think, right, that I should take the entry. You'd think I should take the entry, but I'm not for two reasons. One, I'm still using my Fibonacci to confirm that the market is actually doing a full price reversal. In this case, the market did not do a full price reversal because it didn't hit the 38.2. So it is still not ready yet to push back, to do a full retracement, to be able to say, let's take a continuation, a sell continuation order. So I wait. Patience is your best friend. Best friend. Bam badam. Wow. So at this point, right, a lot of people be saying, boy, Brandon, you should have take the entry because the market is running down and da 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 da. Da." But because this didn't play out, what do you do now? You pull down to the next one and you wait. Now, this 50% becomes a valid 50% because of its distance um, to this resistance. Sorry, right? Support no resistance. It becomes a valid 50% because of this resistance. If it wasn't close to this, then I would have forgotten it, but it is. So if it hits this 50% or this line or the 61.8, which is my ideal spot, then I take the entry for a sell and I continue down, right? Because again, I'm not counting this retracement as a real retracement or a valid retracement, sorry, because it didn't hit the 38.2 at the time of this. Came close, but it didn't. So I'm not counting it. So let's see what the market does. Push down, still pushing down. Whoa, this is pretty. So what did the market do? The market came up and hit the 61.8, which is what I'm looking for. Now it still did not give me at the close of this, it didn't give me a bearish candle, and this is a very strong candle. So if I want to take the sell, ideally it would mean that I would need to get a candle that fully engulfs all of this. One candle, which would have been um 20, what's the side of this? 21 pips, 22 pips, which is kind of strange. 'Cause if I get a candle to fully engulf it, it means it needs to be longer than 22 pips for me to take that trade as a valid trade, which is very difficult. So I'm going to jump on the M5 to see if I can find anything at all that can give me an indication that the market is ready to continue. So on the M5, I'm not necessarily looking for a break and retest at this point in time because I've already validated, only for one reason. I've validated that the market has tested the 61.8 on the M15. So right now what I'm looking for is a bearish confirmation candlestick pattern to say that the market is now ready to move on the M5. So let's see. Is that it? No, because it's a big indecision and it didn't fully engulf this, or even being equal to it. This one is an indecision as well, but it fully engulfs this candle, which is suggesting that the market is trying to play around with whether, the strength at which it wants to run, but it's still fully engulfed. And this is actually a pattern that I do trade. So I'm going to take an entry right here. My stop loss is going to be above here. It's right here. That's 20 pips. So let's do 4 pips above, 5 pips above, sorry. Yeah, let's do 5 pips above. So the question now becomes, where do I want to come out? For this trade, there are two things. One, I'm not gonna scale in this backtest just because I'll probably show you where, but I won't use the short or long position thing to indicate it. Ideally, I want to come out here and in this area right here. Why? Because okay. Let me fix this and then I'll explain. Let's go back onto the M15. We see that it is playing out, right? So that's fine. That's fine, fine, fine. So if we go onto our, okay, so you see that it plays out, but I'm gonna show you. Remember, we're taking our trade based on a few things. We're taking our trade based on a movement that we saw here first. That's the first bit of thing. See if I can make this bigger. Okay. So the market came down, gave this bearish candle with this nice wick below. I don't know if it wanted to continue. It then gave me Let's delete this for now. It gave us this bearish candle. For us to enter that bearish, for us to enter, based on this, it needs to retest this break that I want, which it did with this bullish pin bar right here, but it's still a pin bar nonetheless. Um, Coming down, I'm looking for a reason to enter. And for me to get that reason to enter, because the market was still, and I showed you this on the other time frame, what this is actually up, down, up, break, and retest. That's what this is. Cool? So this is the consolidation. This is the false breakout that it took right here. And then it broke below. Excuse me. It broke below and then retested the area that it broke, which is here. Now, this is something that I think is pretty cool that I'm starting to follow. I think I shared this in one of my old videos. That when the market gives me something like this, I don't know what this is called, but this is something that I'm very interested in studying. Whatever pattern this is. A bearish candle, a bullish candle, and a bearish candle that now fully engulfs. This is a three candlestick movement. Fully engulfs and gives some kind of movement above. That area here is an area that I think is very rich for trades, which is essentially where I took my trade. Let me go down back to the M15. That's essentially where I took this trade. Literally. Literally, that's where I took the trade. So that area right there is the ideal area where I believe the market is saying, an opportunity is right. So, anyways, again, because we're looking on the H4 for the analysis to play out, we're gonna bam 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 bam. We're gonna set our take profit based on the H4 because that's where we see the analysis happening. What we're looking for is for the market to push up, which we did confirm it did already. Pull back to at least this area, and then a move up. Let me use my fibs so I can confirm this move. So looking for um, what's this? Okay, take that off for now. This is the 38.2, right? Based on the H4. This is a good place to actually think of to come out. But then when you look on the H1, which is H1 is strong. This is a big wick, big wick. A nice bearish strength. So I don't want to come out because that looks very promising. If I was using the H1 as my area of confluence, this would have been another head and shoulders that's possible to play out. I'm taking it all the way down there, but I'm using my H4 for structure, right? That's what we're looking for, structure on the H4. So did that, push down, broke up, and now it's pulling back to this area of support. Strong area of support. One, two, there's one there, one there, one there, one there, so we can find them. But anyways, strong area of support. Close to the 61.8. Now, whether or not it hits the 61.8, it's important but not that important because I'm more looking for it to hit the area. If it hits the area and gives me a bullish confirmation, then I'm good to go. 61.8 important, but the 61.8 is within this area, so that's fine. And if I get an entry here, I'm riding it all the way up to at least the negative 27, or to this daily support resistance line, which is close to the 61.8, right above the 50%, in between, about halfway between the 61.8, negative 61.8 and 50. But that's if it plays out, because this would be a nice head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders to use. But anyways, let's see how this goes. One, All right. Push down, pushing down, pushing down. Did it hit? Not yet. Let's jump down to the H1 to see how this play out properly. Boom. Whoa. That's a pin bar right there. That's wicked crazy. Now, on an ideal basis, right? Again, so because we've used the H4 for structure. Ah, shoot, you see it. All right, let's go back anyway. I'll still show you. Because we use the H4 for structure, I'll move this so we can see what is happening. What we're looking for now for this pullback is just a strong bullish confirmation. That's all we're looking for. Something that the market is now saying we are ready to move. So it doesn't need to give me a full break and retest here. Again, why? Because we're using the H4 for structure. What we're looking for is a bullish confirmation. There's several ways to look for that bullish confirmation. You can use the break and retest. You can use other candlestick patterns. Um, like this one, just a bullish engulfing candle. Now this one is a little scary because it is in the, as again, it is in the area. It did hit it. Based on what the H1 looks like, it is a pin bar, and I only use pin bars that fully engulf on the smaller time frame that was used, and in this case, it did fully engulf. So ideally, I can take a long position right here. My stop loss though would be below this area because this is still a 61.8. The market can still come back down and hit right here and move up, which is, kind of what you're looking for. But I don't know. I don't know. So let's see. Let me see what the M15 says. Okay, and again, the M15 did fully engulf this as well. Let's see what the M5 says. The M5, okay, the M5 gave a bigger engulfing. So if I use this, I could have waited for this break, right? Where the market push up, retest, and then I ride it. But I don't have to. I don't have to because this candlestick right here is enough for me to say yes. And I confirm this candlestick right here that it fully engulfed, and it also fully engulfed on the M15. Good, 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 good. Let me just double check something. What was this? Hmm. Okay. So because I didn't even remember that. So I didn't use this area here in the previous week as a pullback area either because it didn't touch the 38.2, which meant that I would need to carry it here. And of course, it means that it didn't touch the 38.2 here either. So I would need to extend it all the way up to here in any regard. Okay, so I'm still cool. So though, yes, it did create a lower low here, we didn't consider this a full pullback based on, how this is moving either, even if I had used the H1. So disregard my head and shoulders that I did before. We're learning together. Okay. So let's see. I mean, you know what it looks like. Let's go back on the H4. Let me adjust this first. We're going to here. I'll be a 300 pip move, which is very unusual. But this is the H4 and this is on Thursday. Oh, okay. Let's see. So it played out. I think this was some news event, if I'm not mistaken. CPI, Consumer Price Index, was done on that day. Um, let's see how this goes. This wick area again gets me a little concerned. I don't know what the market is going to do. This is already 123 pips in, 25 pips in. So I could have actually just come out here because this is perfect on the H4. But again, I trade technicals. So let's see. If it gives me another pattern like this, or anything to say that it's ready to move down, then I'll jump out. But it did not. It actually created a new candle right above, wicked below and pushed up. There's a big wick at the top, so I am concerned that the wick is at the support resistance for the H4 area, which is right here. I use. So let's see. Let's see. All right, strong bullish candle, very strong bullish candle. So showing signs of bullish strength, like it wants to move up. All right, let's keep going. Bearish, bullish candle again, and I think I told you. So this is the pattern that, where is it? And on the smaller time frame, I was saying that this area right here, extend it this way, is a hmm? Oh, that area is a great area for analysis. The area which is right above the break. Let's see what that looks like before we continue. Hmm, it's just the area where you break above. So if we give a retest here, that's a space for another entry or an entry in any regard. But yeah, we can keep going. Um, Still bullish, still bullish, still bullish. Not showing any signs. I think I only have like one more hour left. Let's see. Yep. And it hit it. 302 pips. That would have been a great trading week if we were able to catch that. So that's 87.8 on this counter trend trade right here. And trust me, that's awesome. And of course, this is a 302 pip move, which happened over how long did this take? 2 days? Thursday at 5 a.m. and we would close at Friday at 4. Thursday at 5. And this would have happened Friday at, oh, 1 o'clock actually. Should have been out at 1 o'clock. I'm using TP right there. Yeah, good TP to take. Beautiful, beautiful. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. So total profit for the week would have been, oops, let's see, 87.8 plus 02.7. That would be 390 pips in 1 week. That's excellent. If I'd use a lot size of 1, that would have been $3,900. If I'd use a lot size of 2, that would be $7,810. Um, if I'd use a lot size of um, oh yeah, okay, I'm just checking my brain. So I'd use a lot size of point 0.1. That would have been $390, and so on and so on and so on. So it just depends on how much money you're willing to risk. If I'd use a lot size of 10, that would have been $39,000. For the people who use larger lot sizes, if I'd use a lot size of 50, that'd been $195,000. It just depends on how much you have in your account, how much you're willing to risk, and so on and so on. But those will be two very successful trades. It's a cool breakdown. I actually like this breakdown. I think I'll rewatch it just for me. Um, yeah, awesome week, guys. I'm looking forward to next week, or yeah, starting tomorrow. My outlook right now. Let's see what my outlook is. Let's go back on the H4. Let's remove that. Where are we? We are here at the daily high. So the daily is bullish. The H4 is bullish. The H1 is bullish. Can't get any better than that. We're coming up to a strong resistance, which is fine. It may push up to break above because of the strength This is a strong. This is a strong candle, right? It may push up to break above. I wouldn't mind either. But even if it does, um, this now becomes demand. Let's change it. Um, this is no longer important. There's a nice daily trend line. Oh, it's the weekly high. My bad. I was wondering. Yeah, this is the weekly high. Weekly support resistance. Strong support resistance. Also seen from the daily move. Hmm. All right, so what I'm looking for then is a pullback to 61.8 is dead on the daily support resistance. Dead on, like a few pips between it. So we look for a pullback to here, and then a nice continuation to the negative 27. Again, all depending on what's happening for the week because this move, measured show you, is another 300 pip move. Now, AU does not do 300 pip moves weekly all the time. That's just not AU. It's very possible, but you take what the market gives you. So remember this area. I told you about this area right here. I probably should have just highlight it again. So all of this is an area of interest, right? All of that is an area of interest, which is right where the 38.2 is. So the market could actually, I can highlight just the red. The market could come back to hit right there and move up, literally. Um, so it could come to here and then move up. And then you have all of this to consider. I really don't want it to pull back that far. I really don't, but that would have been all the way down here. I don't want that. Either to the 38.2 or the 61.8. Kind of what I'm looking for, but again, I'm not predicting the market. I'm just trying to work in my brain if the market does what. If I see any form of consolidation like this or this, so I can find another one. Or was this one? Or this, any form of that kind of consolidation. I can take an entry. I will gladly take a counter trend sell, ride it all the way down. Hopefully, it would be um, a good trade. I don't know, 100 pips. That would be nice. If it does that, 100 pip move, that would be perfect. Um, yeah, that would be perfect. Or it probably would be more if it plays out that way. Yeah, 130 pips. But yeah, so let's see what happens. There's a lot of potential in the market. If you're interested in the Forex news and so on to see what is happening for next week. Um, let's see what's happening between Sunday the 13th, yeah, and Friday. AE is coming out with some news tomorrow on Monday night. Empire State Manufacturing Index (PPI). PPI is coming out, which is the Producer Price Index. You can see what the forecast is. Oh, this was from last week. Interesting. And wage price index. Canada is getting some news. Core retail sales, US dollar. Employment change in AU. So there maybe, this looks like, based on the different news events, there may be some reversals or some retracement that takes place. So there may be some potential opportunity, some opportunities, sorry, to get some sales in. And again, the market is very bullish, very, very, very bullish. So um, even though I know that the market, is kind of trying to figure itself out in terms of news events, I'm using my technical analysis to indicate to me what to do next. Again, the daily is bullish, the weekly is retracing, which is good. Um, the daily is bullish, which is what I use mainly. The H4 is bullish, the H1 is bullish, right? I don't need anything else. Everything else below, I believe, is bullish. I can see that wick on the M5. I say it may push up a little first before dropping, but we'll work that out when the time comes. I don't know. I'm just very excited. Very, very, very excited. All right. That's it for this week. I hope we have a great trading week coming up. It's going to be awesome, guys. Awesome, 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 awesome. You can share the video if you like. I've never done this before, but people can subscribe to this channel if they so desire. Or, go on to my Telegram. I haven't released my Telegram thing yet, but I do have one. I guess in the comments, if anybody wants to be added, they can tell me. We can take it from there. All right. Have a great week, guys.